Hello and welcome back. Today I'm going to be talking about the Great Emu War of 1932. As you might be able to guess, this happened in Australia. You know, because they seem to have just crazy animals in Australia. So the Great Emu War took place in Western Australia from November to December 1932. Now, a little bit of background before I start talking about the actual Emu War. So after World War I, Australian soldiers were given land to farm. And there were many difficulties with the farming. And to add on to this, there was the arrival of 20,000 emus to the land. Which is a bit of a problem, you know, if you're trying to farm. The emus found that the farming land was perfect for them to live in, so they migrated there. The first attempt to kill these emus started on the 2nd of November 1932. And this was not just the people of the area fighting against the emus, this was the military. And so the military had been given machine guns to try and get rid of the emus. However, this first attempt to kill the emus and get rid of them was a failure because the emus were out of range of the guns, and so apparently only a dozen emus were killed in this first attempt, and the remainder scattered before they could kill any more. At one time, they attempted to mount one of the guns to a truck to shoot the emus, but that was ineffective as well. And by November 8th, around 2,500 rounds of ammunition had been fired, and the emus were still a big problem. Major Meredith, who was the head of the operation, said that if we had a military division with the bullet carrying capacity of these birds, it would face any army in the world. They can face machine guns with the invulnerability of tanks. They are like Zulus, whom even dum-dum bullets could not stop. So these emus were very, very hard to kill. Like, impossible. So eventually the military withdrew and the emus were still running rampant. But farmers again asked for support because the emus were just tearing everything apart. They were causing a massive problem and they were raiding farms. And by November 12th, it was approved that military operations could continue. So the same guy from before that I quoted, Meredith, was again put back in the field to try and get rid of the emus. And they took to the field once again on the 13th of November 1932 and claimed that there was some success with about 40 emus being killed that day. By December 2nd, soldiers were apparently killing around 100 emus per week. By December 10th, the commander, Meredith, was withdrawn and claimed that there was about 2,500 birds they'd killed. In the aftermath, however, the farmers had asked again in 1934, 1943 and 1948 for military assistance because of emus invading the farmland, and they were turned down. And that is the story of the Great Emu War of 1932. I've probably missed a lot of things because I was mainly just going off the top of my head and a little bit on the computer, but mostly I just wanted to tell the story because it's hilarious and you can look it up for yourself and it'll still be hilarious. Just imagine all those emus causing such a massive problem for the military who had guns. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this trip into the Great Emu War. Stay safe. You never know when the emus will come. Goodbye.